one of the most interesting stories in sports.
September 15th, 1991 is the day I was born. People ask me how long I've been fighting. That's my answer. I say I was born this day. I've been fighting ever since.
From day one, Mike Perry was built to fight.
I moved around a lot when I was a kid. I was never in one place, one school very long. It was always back and forth between Michigan and Florida. So I never really got settled in anywhere, ever. I'm too used to moving around.
Right.
Mike Perry's life is about embracing the chaos and using it to fuel his drive. He doesn't fit the mold, and he doesn't need to.
My dad's a savage. He's probably still the toughest dude I've ever seen.
From his father, Perry learned to focus his raw energy into a discipline.
He's just too loose cannon. So I try to take that and focus it into being a martial artist.
Did you graduate high school?
I didn't. I'm a dropout. I didn't do anything. I went to school and was looking for something else to do.
Perry's youthful indiscretions led him down a dark path, but it was in these moments of consequence that he began to understand the gravity of his actions.
I was a dumb kid who didn't know what I was doing. You see, I didn't know that I was hurting people. Take something, it doesn't feel like you're hurting anybody. I broke into a house. There was somebody inside. We ran out the house, we ran down the street behind these houses, and we got in the car, and then as soon as we got in the car, 10 cop cars passed right next to us with their lights off. I went to jail, and then I found out what consequences were.
What was that like, being in jail?
It was like a school for hardheads.
I just know the day that he walked out of the jail, I hadn't seen him in 5-6 months. I mean, I went and visited him a couple of times, but that was hard for me, so I should have done it more often. I felt really guilty, and I still do.
Oh, that's okay. Don't feel bad.
But it was hard.
Oh, I know. My mom looked out. She took care of me when I was going through this trouble. I had nowhere else to go, and also she took me back in.
My mom is definitely my biggest fan, and I'm grateful for that. That's the type of thing that really makes me see the world for what it is, which is a great place.
It was almost like he was born for it.
It's like I'm a kid still because I do the smallest thing and she's like, oh wow, that's so great. And she means it. She's like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Mike Perry's journey began with a series of amateur fights. He quickly made a name for himself.
When they contract, I expand. When they expand, I contract. And when there is an opportunity I don't hit, it hits all by itself.
Perry found his calling in MMA, making waves before the fight even began, ensuring he wasn't just another fighter on the roster.
Thought you had a friend, boy! Ah! Platinum Mike Perry, 8 and 0 as a professional. One more time. Platinum Mike Perry.
I took a DNA test. Caucasian, I'm Indian, French and German, British and Irish, and I was 2% African. So I'm legally allowed to say the word nigga.
Controversy followed Perry, but it never slowed him down.
That right hand and another technique. He's hurt. Perry looking to finish right here. Now it's all over. He has still never gone the distance.
He kept pushing forward, embracing the chaos around him.
What's good, my nigga? How you doing, brother?
Now explain to the people, because some people might not understand why you get the green light to drop the M-bomb. Let's enlighten people right now.
You know, you ain't gonna do shit to me when I say it because I'm speaking from the heart.
Lights out in Nashville. Mike Perry.
I want to ask y'all whose life y'all want me to ruin next. Shabbat shalom, boy.
You and Luis Pena, best friends?
Why you gotta be gay with it?
Perry doing good with you. For the winner by split decision, Mike Perry.
But then he decided to go a different route.
Is it true that you are only going to have one corner person for this fight, and that is your girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because she's perfect.
It's kind of good to be able to like talk to somebody, and once he says things out loud and talks about them, then it kind of gets his mind rolling, and he's like, okay, well now if we do that, then this will happen, and it kind of like just being able to talk about it and give him a broader horizon in fighting.
Knee kick! Kick that knee! Break that leg!
Unfortunately, the biggest problem with Mike Perry was his inconsistency. This trait became evident in his UFC career, where his performance often fluctuated.
Wow, and Cerrone now trying to lock up the arm and go for the submission victory. Perry trying to fight out of it. That's 15 seconds, he taps. Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
The brutal nature of the sport took its toll.
Oh, big high kick.
Jeff Neal with a quick knockout tonight.
What were we just saying about how good Jeff Neal is? No one has been able to do that to Mike Perry.
He had never been knocked out before that, and once that happened, it was literally like a light switch changed, and that was scary.
Did you touch me? Oh, you didn't touch me? He touched me.
I saw this coming in the last several months with Mike Perry. He literally said, I hate all of you. I hate the media, I hate the fans. You guys want to say stuff to me on Twitter, then walk up to my face and try to be nice to me. I'm telling you, don't walk up to me when you see me in the streets. Don't touch me and don't say hi to me. He obviously needs some help. That's not normal behavior.
If something goes wrong, you get anxious, you get angry, you get curious, you get frustrated, you get depressed. Like, it's a whole bursting forward of emotions and motivational states. And that's because when something doesn't work the way it's supposed to, even when you just encounter an obstacle, it means that the way that you're construing the landscape is wrong in some manner. And you don't exactly know what you're going to have to do in order to fix that.
People thought you guys were pretty much perfect for each other. And you guys eventually got married in September 2019.
I'm on one. You need police, fire, medical. I'm out in the driveway, and he's violent right now. And I'm scared for my life, and I don't know what he's going to do. He's revving his engine right now. His wife is inside my house, and I'm afraid he's going to hurt her. What is his name? Michael Perry. He's a UFC fighter. You could Google his face.
Did you say he was a UFC fighter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do think that head trauma had a lot to do with it. You know that he gets hit a lot, and it's entertaining whether he wins or loses because he just goes forward, and that's a lot on your head and your brain.
Did it do anything to you though to hear your mom say that she feared for her life because you?
She always been over dramatic and acting up since, you know, her and my dad had me, because my dad was a wild dude. So she always expected, you know, something from me, and that's probably one of the reasons that I never ever disrespected my mother ever.
You should be a monster. You know, because everyone says, well, you should be harmless, virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct. You shouldn't try to win. Wrong. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it.
With a defiant spirit, Perry pushed against the doubters and naysayers, forging his own path to success. Bare knuckle boxing was the perfect arena for Mike Perry.
People love you, bro. Thank you. When you signed with Bare Knuckle, I'm like, where'd this come from? Someone designed the perfect sport for you. What changed in you? Like, how did you come into your own? Because you were always a really good fighter, but it seems like over the last few years, you're on a completely different level.
I have a family. I love them so much. She is the ultimate inspiration.
That's
her
cool.
and my son.
Family became Perry's anchor, giving him a new purpose and drive in his career.
fuck everybody. Because no one is gonna do anything for you, and they all gonna wanna see you fail. So fuck them and succeed. Focus on yourself. Just do your thing. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my fucking thing.
You know I don't give up.
Mental resilience became Perry's greatest asset, allowing him to thrive in the most intense environments.
I'm trouble. Like, I'm just myself. I'm just very Mike Perry. If you look at fighting, it is Mike Perry.
It's like there's a pain and there's a danger and there's a wildness of it that even some very great fighters, they get to a certain, they're in there and they're like, I don't like this. This is a totally different thing. And you are like uniquely suited for this totally different thing. But you seem to thrive on it.
I almost feel like it's a cheat code. Bare Knuckle, Mike Perry. Like, I can fucking beat anybody.
Knuckle taking out his mouthpiece, talking over Dan Mergler ends his fight, and Mike Perry now 3-0 in BKFC.
You can check Bare Knuckle off the list. Some crazy shit.
You tell me someone that you think wants this fucking shit. None of them. They don't want this. They want to keep their little 4-ounce gloves on. I'm free in there and I let myself be exactly who I am, man, a wild animal.
He is possibly the most dominant athlete of any sport right now.
Because he's just such a fucking savage. He's willing to kill or be killed, like legitimately. He's not, no fear.
It's over, it's over, it's over.
They're saying this fight is over! What? This fight! The stool of the elbows, and Mike Perry just keeps on rolling.
I've made myself a champion. I, in my own way, against all odds, against everyone, I made myself a champion.
And there's not a tougher human being alive than Mike Perry.
I mean, George St. Pierre needed 25 minutes and 3 judges to beat Alps. Mike Perry needed 1 hook.
I'm the undisputed king of bare knuckle. I'm #1 pound for pound. Fuck anybody who think differently. I'm the king in this bitch. If you want the smoke, if you want the money, I want all the smoke and all the money.
He can't go any further. He's #1.
Perry's legacy is defined by his unbreakable will and his refusal to back down, no matter the odds.